Hey, it's Sarah, and today's video is quite different because I had just gone to a certain event, and that event was the SoGel. It was a YouTuber event, which was super fun, and it was in Santa Monica, and I got this fun little bag of goodies, and it was cool. We filmed a bunch of interviews with other YouTubers and Viners, and you should go check that out over on Ava's channel. But of course, in this bag, I was looking through it, I got a cool pin and a cool sticker, and then of course, this lovely bag. I dropped it. Anyway, this lovely bag of noodles. It's a full meal of the Mediterranean green lentil rotini. And truth be told, I'm a college student, as you could probably tell by these obvious normie kind of background, and I do not have a stove anywhere accessible to me right here. But I thought it would be kind of fun to still find use for this, so I'm going to try to find a way to make this meal in a college room. And either this will be a great life hack for all you college students out there who want to try cooking, or it will be a complete fail. So yeah, let's just go see how this turns out. So the first thing is it needed to have boiling water, and obviously I do not have a stove, so I poured the noodles into a bowl and then decided that I was going to use my water kettle that I usually use for tea or for something like that, and just boil water on there, which ended up working out pretty well, I think. I figured, if I'm having boiling water, then this will get that, and it's really just to help the noodles and everything just not be raw and hard and extremely chewy. So anyway, I took that, and after it was done boiling, I instantly poured it into the bowl, and I let it steep for a while so that it was like they were in boiling water. And then every time I stirred it around and realized that the water was going just slightly cold, I would go and repeat the process. I literally just kept on doing this until I found that the noodles were more, like not teeth breaking. Yeah, that's what I mean. So I ended up just doing this several times over, and I just kept on stirring it, and I waited for everything to melt down. So I would strain it and put the other water into another side bowl, which I happen to have on hand. Instantly though, everything smelled really good, so then I went on over to make the sauce. I poured a little bit of the sauce packet into another cup and then used more of the water to stir that around. During this, we were supposed to use oil as well, but I did not have any cooking oil on me, so I just went with the water. And I just used just enough so that it wasn't really liquidy. I didn't want it to be super thick, because I couldn't really make it really thick with the oil, but water seemed to work just fine. So I just took a little bit of this, I stirred it around with a chopstick, which I happen to have in my room, and kind of just finding what happens to work. And I did this while the noodles were steeping in the hot, somewhat boiling water. So yeah, I just stirred this around and I got it going. It smelled so good. Oh my gosh, I knew that this was going to actually work out about this point because it smelled amazing. So after straining the noodles, I went and I put the sauce into the bowl with the noodles, which I kind of just, as you just see, used the same bowl, which worked really well because it made everything easy. And yeah, I kind of just put the sauce in when I got to the right consistency that I liked, which actually worked out pretty well. And then I just stirred that in with the rest of the noodles. I still had some water in there, so it got a little soupy, but that didn't change anything, so that worked out really well. And as you just see, the noodles are actually fully cooked at this point, which is really a good thing. They weren't like super soft, but I could have let them keep going, but I wanted to have time to work on everything else throughout the night that I was working on. So I just stirred the sauce around, and yeah, there it is, the beautiful, oh, and of course I had to add the seasoning as well. There's a little packet of seasoning that came with it, so I put that in. And the room was smelling so good, and I was so excited to start eating this by now. So after stirring in a little bit of the seasoning, I had my wonderful meal all set up, and voila, there it is. Okay, so I think I made it. It is here. It smells really good. So, Obviously I had to strip a couple, just one of the ingredients, which was the oil, which you had to mince. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it does smell pretty good, so I guess here we go. Oh my gosh. This is actually really, really good. This took a lot of effort, mostly just because I didn't have constant boiling water, so I had to constantly boil the water. But this turned out really, really good, and I'm impressed. I just literally successfully cooked a meal in a dorm. So if that is inspiration for other college students out there, you can do this. And yeah, I didn't use all of the ingredients, which means that I still have more, so I can make this again sometime. I mean, it was a little tedious time-wise, but it tastes amazing, and eventually the noodles did, like, I had to sample it along the way a little bit, but it ended up really good. There's vegetables in here, and a lot of noodles, and what really is, and the seasoning is really good too, so yeah. If you want to try it, it is the Modern Table Meals for the Mediterranean Green Lentil Rotini. It comes with the noodles and the vegetables and the sauce and the seasoning, and it's super easy to make. And yeah, I mean, I literally just cooked a meal in a dorm room, so if you are another college student who wants to try that or has the means, because I wasn't sure what else I'd do with this otherwise, so this worked out really well, and now I have yummy dinner. So thank you so much for joining me on this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!